सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
आए भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला, and in a similar manner, when we take our exit, we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला.
merge it. Devotees, let us all meditate upon the blessed Shri Krishna Bhagavan. Om Parvya Pratibodham Bhagavata Mahasam Nasivedam Puranam Advaitam Prayata Vadashinim Bhagavatim Mami Bhagavati Gite Vishnu Namostate Dasam Shalaguri Purana Vindveta Pachanisa Dina Priya Bhavatani Udhyana Padipa Krishna Gindam Om Shri Krishna Gopinaka Vindhyam Om Indra Gandhya Livanidhi Jai. Bring out the seats.
Ring
Om Sharmuktadotam Chandanam Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam Chandanam Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam Chandanam Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam Om Sharmuktadotam Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam Sarma Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam 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 Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam 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 Niram Dvayo Pratishtitam. Om Sharmuktadotam
All devotees, as you meditate upon Sri Krishna Bhagavan, Aum Bhartya Pratiboditam Bhagavata Nasandhya Sundaritum Varadaitu Mudayantara Varishinim Bhagavatim Mami Bhagavati Giteshni Namosate Vyasam Shalapuri Purada Chintha Veenataya Bharata Tirthalikum Dhanamaya Pariva Papudaya Tattva Panvara Krishna Gitam Darohinamam Sadharuvat Yoga Upatata Yoga Vitamas Vasuri Sutam Devam Tamsavamaram Devi Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Vishma Dona Tsilagana Nilokana Shalya Pekan Bhagwan Namaskar Puramatra Purana Martini Sutevai Yote Vendari Ketam Persami Haritaka Samultam Yote Shalakiyam Vittasi Om Shri Krishna Yuta Om Namaskar Vasuri Rayana Om Indra Vyala Akhi Ashayam Krisham Chatram Rajatam Ratam Cha Pavatim Geetim Agotam Cha Namasam Vanitahan Om Shri Krishna Om Namaskar Vasuri Rayana The devotees here of Krishna was addressing Arjuna, and here he was telling Arjuna, thou must grieve for those who not be grieved for. Thou speaking the words of wisdom. The wise grieves neither for the living nor the dead. Not any time indeed was I not there, nor there be the ruler of him, nor verily shall we ever cease to be after. Visitam yatam, vihikaram, yotam, jotayam, taham, Asham, Dehi Yatam Tatim, Kristam Kristam, Am, Bhurti, just as this body soul passes into childhood, youth and old age, so this body has passed into another body. So, how is one minutes really happen? This is the devotees, when the soul leaves this body, it enter into another body, with which we have prepared for ourselves. You see, according to our karma, our good karma, the soul will enter into such. You see that when the soul leaves the body, it is be like this. You know, like when a child born, everyone who is be around that child, they will be smiling, and this child will be crying. So it is really opposite. But when the soul leaves the body, everyone will be crying, but the soul will be smiling. So this is how, when the soul leaves the body, and one enter into another body. So this is how the soul body exists. So the soul, it is stated, according to our karma, it's stated good or bad karma, the soul will re-enter into such. So sometimes the soul will be frightened to re-enter into the body with which he has prepared for himself. You see, according to, if you do good karma, you achieve this human body. So mean that all of us here who gathered here, we have done some good in our past life to achieve this human body. But if we do bad karma, we can state it that we go to a lower stage. And that lower stage, sometimes when the soul sees that body, it is frightening to re-enter into such body. So here we have this opportunity in life to do the good things, see the good things, hear the good things. And good things will tend to follow us. So when we do good karma, it is that we achieve this or that of the human body. So these devotees, it is also stated here in the scripture that when the soul leaves the body, we can all have done good karma. When you do good karma, it says the soul passes through certain part of the body. If you do good karma, it is passed through in the upper part of the body. The soul will leave the upper part of the body. And how does which part of the body pass through? It sometimes pass through the mouth, the nose, the nostrils, the air. As a case may be, you will see some froth or blood in that point where the soul has passes through. It didn't pass through. If you do bad karma, the soul is passes through in the lower part of the body. And so this is how it is known that when one have done good karma or bad karma. Well, I don't know. God is the judge. So you know just a little enlightenment of how when the soul how it passes through the body. Mantrasyam kauntiya smritam vitam krishtam bhagavatam yeshtam krishtam bharatam vitam vitam ete purusham purusham chotam dekam sarangati Ram Shri Krishna Devata Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. To the contact of the senses to the object or son of Kunti, which cause heat and cold, pleasure and pain, has a beginning and an end. They imprudent and ignorant greatly, O Arjuna. So what Krishna here was telling Arjuna, that all living things on this planet will die. Everything has a certain amount of lifespan. You see that when we enter into this world, God has given us a certain amount of time to stay in this land. So it comes like this, like sometimes everyone have to go for vacation, they will go to the immigration, and then the immigration will grant them a certain amount of stay in that land, in that country. So too when we are born, God has granted us a visa in this planet Earth. So then when our visa is up, we all have to leave. So some of us will have short visas, some will have long visas. So this is how when we do enter into this world. So the foreman who sees, surely these affect not to chief among men, to whom pleasure and pain are the same, is fit for attaining immortality. The unreal has not been, and has not been of the real. So the truth about being saved is the know of the truth and the see of the essence. What is changing must be unreal, and what is constant or permanent must be real. The Atma itself always exists. It is the only reality. It says here, the soul does not die. This is the only thing that does not die. The soul always passes on and on and on. So know that to be indestructible, by whom this all obeyed. None can cause destruction of that, the imperishable. So these bodies of the embodied self, who is eternal, indestructible, immeasurable, are said to have an end. Therefore, fight, O Arjuna. You take the self to be slain, and who thinks that he is slain, neither of them knows. He is slain not, nor he is slain. The self is not known as immutable. He is neither the agent nor the object of the act of slaying. Najetam metam pata karachitim navetam bhutva pavitra yatam bhutva nityam sarvatyetam paramam yastam yutam vetam shreyam. He is not born nor he ever dies. He is again says to be and born in criminal chains and nature. He is not killed when the body is killed. Whosoever knows him to be the indestructible, eternal, and born unexorable, how can that man be slain? O Arjuna, the cause to be slain. So just as the man casts out worn-out clothes to put out new one, so also the embodied self casts out worn-out body and enter into other bodies that are new. So devotees, this soul will enter into another body. Well, according to again it says for our karma. So when the soul leaves this body, it has traveled to 16 different cities. So this soul is go for judgment, and every city is when it travel. So according to our judgment, the grave, the sun, the one will offer the pindars for the 1 year. We beg for Almighty God for any wrongdoings with the soul having to do. So I'm making this offering itself attempts to uplift the soul to get to achieve another human being. So by making these offerings is very important. So then afterwards travel to 16 different cities. Let us take 1 year to make that circle of travel, to make this travel. And after that travel, then we perform the 1 year ceremony. And after that, the soul will enter into which God sees fit to put that soul into. The soul is how in this life the soul leaves the body and re-enter into such. So the third year, the self cannot be cut, burned, or wet, or dried up. It is eternal, pervading, stable, and ancient in the new world. It is said they are manifested, unthinkable, unchangeable. Therefore, knowing this, thou shalt not grieve hereafter. But even thou thinkest of the being constant born and constant dying, even then, O mighty arm, thou shalt not grieve. Birth is inevitable, what is death? And death is inevitable, what is born. So this is the law of nature. Therefore, one should not grieve hereafter. For certain is death for the born, and certain birth for the dead. Therefore, O one in people, thou shalt not grieve hereafter. So being all manifested in the beginning, manifested in the middle state, O Arjuna, now all manifested again in the end. What is yet to be grieved about? So the physical body is a combination of the 5 elements. It is seized only after the 5 elements enter into such combination. After death, the body disintegrates and the 5 elements return to their sources, so the body cannot then be seen. It is therefore visible only in the middle state. One sees the self as a wonder, another speaks of it as a wonder, another hears it as a wonder. Yet, having heard, none understand it at all. So the first may interpret in this manner, he that sees, hears, and speaks of the self is a wonderful man. Such a man is very rare. He is among many thousands, so that thus the self is very hard to understand. Thus the indwelling in the body of everyone is ever indestructible. O Arjuna, therefore thou shalt not grieve for any creature. Further, having regard to thy duty, thou shalt not grieve, for there is nothing higher for the Kshatriya than the righteous one. For the Kshatriya is not born of the warrior, and nothing more welcome than the righteous one. It is the duty to fight in such way. O Vendra for devotees, here what Krishna was telling us that how the soul leave the body, and what does it attain, and what we should do while we are living. While we are living, here we have this opportunity to help one who is in need. Am I doing this thing while we are living? We tend to uplift ourselves. By doing good things, It tends to wipe off whatever bad karma we have committed. And by doing this good action, it says our next birth to be that of a human body. So here, as I say, we ought to do good while we are living. The only way to do good is once we have life and we are born, we are human beings, we can do such. Oh, when we are with me, for devotees, I will just say one little story. Once we had this man, so he used to live down in India. He was a mountain climber, and he was climbing the Himalayas mountain. And while he was climbing the Himalayas mountain, he happened to miss one of his stick in the wall of the mountain. So he happened to scale on this roof. And he was suspended in this rope in this mountain. So he alone was there. So he did not know what to do. So then he started, wow, is anyone there? No one answered. Then he followed again. Is anyone there? No one answered. And the third time, he cried out, oh God, are you there? Then a voice answered. He said, oh God, what can you do for me? Then the Lord told him, I want you to cut that rope. But remember, he was suspended in this rope. So he was wondering, how come God would let me cut this rope and I'm suspended in this rope? But he did not listen to God. The following morning, some passerby saw him. He was suspended in his rope, but he was just 2 feet from the ground. 2 feet from the ground. He did not only listen. All these devotees, we all have to listen sometimes, follow God's rule and law, and we will all be saved. Oh, when we are with you, the devotees are with our person. Om Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Lukyo ko dukkha dur kare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Dukyo ko dukkha dur kare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare. To chahe to sab kuch karte, विश्व को भी अमृत करते, तो चाहे तो सब कुछ करते, विश्व को भी अमृत करते, पूर्ण करते सबकी आशा, पूर्ण करते सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा जान डरे, जो भी तेरा जान डरे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे, जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय 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 Om Vrindavan Yamna Ki Jai.
Today we are here to honor and salute the life of Harrilal, better known as Boyin or Hoyes. To many, but to me, he was Papa. If there was one thing everyone people miss, it's the way Papa answered the phone. He can call from whatever number, the minute you answer the phone and hear his voice, you knew who he was talking to. It wasn't a regular hello. It wasn't a fast hello. It was his full body, straight from the chest and filled with joy. Hello. The kind of hello that you let you know before you even spoke that everything was going to be okay. The kind that carried warmth, laughter, and love all wrapped up in one word. That hello was Papa in form, welcoming, comforting, and full of life. Papa was the kind of man that if something needed to get done, he was the one to make it happen. Helpful, didn't even begin to describe him. He checked in every day, was of course like clockwork. Always jolly, always pleasant, always smiling. And when he smiled, them shiny gold teeth he had, they would light up the whole place. Truly was the sugar in everybody's cup of tea. And let's be honest, if you ever see a photo of Papa without a drink in the sun, that photo red. Right? The man could take a drink anytime, anywhere, anyhow. Somebody born, let me take a drink. For that, somebody christened, let me take a drink. Somebody missing, we buy the bar. Somebody funeral, what are we going to do? Are they taking a drink? Just so you will see it, and when you would reach, he had the biggest crowd surrounding him. He was a man, always had a joke ready to bust. He always had a story to it. He was joy, he was vibes, he was the loudest laugh in any room. Every Sunday without a field, that car gets in much down. And if he have nowhere to go, he dogs getting on too. Papa didn't play when it comes to his dog. He could be sick, in pain, or have no appetite. But yet you meat, he in the kitchen, cutting up meat, cooking up his little hog liver, and feed them fish. Don't talk for your guys, we want passing. He buy for them dogs. That's why every dog you see Papa ever own was big, fat, and healthy. Because they were loved beyond measure. Papa had standards, real standards. Wherever he went, whatever event he had to go, he could guarantee two things. He looking slick from head to toe. Shirt button, shirty degree from the middle of the chest down. And two, that head and eyebrows, always jet black. Like he now come on brand new shirt from the factory. The man even had his little beauty secrets. When packing back to go to the hospital, this man had one thing he made sure of. He little pond screen. You think that so of that nice glowing skin he was accidental? No. Papa was a star boy. Honestly, he had a better nighttime skincare routine than me. And half all that. That's why everybody had to secure their wife before leaving home. Once he stepped out, nobody's safe. Papa was a man who was not afraid to go and check. But believe the style, the jokes, and the charm was a man who had this good ethic and ambition. Uncle Krishna used to boast about how Papa would be the first man in the campfields in the morning. Before anyone could wake up, Papa already cleared out a whole task and load up the worker. He believed deeply that once it had a life in the body, you could make money. He was lived by the time, the only time to rest is when he's dead. No job was too small, no job was too big. Once Papa set his mind to something that was getting done. There was a time he had to go for ground up in San Granny, leaving home at 1 o'clock in the morning, and by 6 o'clock, he already made 2 roads and headed back for a third. At one point, he was holding down 3 or 4 jobs in a single day, a true jack of all trades. Papa could turn me on and do anything. And yet, with all that work, he never forgot how to love. Papa was a master chef. One of his holiest left secrets, because he would tell everybody, was corned meat. Fried fish, corned meat. China, corned meat. Butter, corned meat. Corned meat right straight down the line. And honestly, the man was onto something. His cooking was love and edible form. Always cooking, always sending. That was how he showed love. He loved his siblings with every fiber of his being. People say they would give blood, sweat, and tears to family, but Papa actually lived it. When it was us, Nanny was own siblings. Anyone sick, he took it up upon himself to care for them until their very last breath. And he did it smiling, always smiling. Always laughing or doing whatever to him for his shoulder to him. The softest spot in his heart, too, was where his big sister and Ashley. Whether she home or at work, Papa calling, "Where they girl?" and making her pass. And he never walked empty-handed. From Chatancy to Petit Tango to girl, like everything done, he ready. He would sit down and take his time and peel back and bring everything. things some of us struggle to do for ourselves, Papa do it gladly for his baby sister. Somebody I really love to be with them for you. I want you to reach go through here and I give you a big hug and a big kiss and it was the woman's feeling in the whole room. That love is extended everywhere. When Uncle Brother came home and came back to America, Papa would make sure and put everything on that sun. 10 different to carry, pack neatly into Ziploc bags, freezer full one time. One time, we packed a suitcase before the flight, and suitcase over it and can't hold nothing again, and we scrambled for about an hour trying to distribute the weight across because Papa didn't want to hear nothing about leaving anything behind. He refused to let his brother miss out on his training food. That was Papa. Always ensuring comfort even from thousands of miles away. So when you ever wonder why the standards of the people around him are so high, it's because Papa raised those standards. Today hurts, it is heavy and feels very early. But we don't say goodbye to Papa, because goodbye feels final. For a man who gave so much of himself every single day, to everyone he loved, instead we say thank you. Thank you for the laughter that filled our homes. Thank you for the food that showed up with our meals. Thank you for the calls, the check-ins, the hugs, the quiet sacrifices nobody else did. Thank you for loving our family with your whole heart, for setting the standard so high that everyone who knew you walked a little taller because of it. Papa, you lived a life of service, of hard work, and of joy and of love. You gave until your hands were tired, until your body was weary, and even then you still gave him. And even though today hurts, even though the separation feels unbearable, this isn't the end. And it's just a longer pause. Because we carry you with us in the meals we cook, in the care we show, and in the way we look after each other. And in the way we answer the phone with a little more warmth than before. And one day, when our time comes, we know exactly how we will come. With that same joy, that same light, that same love, a big familiar soul, filling hello. Rest easy, Papa, to them. Thank you.
Now, one thing I remember, and everybody could say that, is that he was a family man. He was a man with pride, dignity, and joyful and happy. And everybody could understand what I want to say today. Because a man was to say, you know, everything he do it right. All the wrong thing he do it right. And he get a call back, you know. And this call back was real call back. The amount that call back he get, and all the wrong thing he do it right. And I learned from that, all the wrong thing, we do it right. We really do it right. But things about it, he helped me a lot from the day I married till today. Thank you.
The body is everyone who wish to operate. It's a pleasure. We can have the opportunity to come forward. If you are a phone, the family members who wish to offer forward. Although happy, we can come forward. our next bhajan. This process is being taken place. Om Syapad Ramachandra ki jai. Om Prema Muri. Prema Murita Manisikaho Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Papike de Dukamete Leta Rama Ram Papike de Dukamete Leta Rama Ram Baba Masundara Sogeranya Eka Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Parameshanti Sukhinanya Devi Rama Ram Niranahaya Ko Arya Eka Rama Ram Niranahaya Ko Arya Eka Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Shri Rama Rama Ram Paramagopaya Parameshta Mantaramaram Paramagopaya Parameshta Mantaramaram Santanahiraya Sarava Santaya Ekaramaram Santanahiraya Sarava Santaya Ekaramaram Rama 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 Shri Rama Rama Shri Rama 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 Shri Rama 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 Maharena Sarajapa Deva Rama Maharena Sarajapa Deva Rama Kasila Kamoti Rama 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 Shri Rama 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 Ram Shri Rama Rama Mata Pita Bandhu Saka Sadhi Rama Mata Pita Bandhu Saka Sadhi Rama Patale Rama 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 Shri Rama 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 Shri Rama 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 Shri Rama 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 Om Syam Rama channel to go they're open and we continue our part of the ritual by cremating site. Om Bhagavan Paramesham Bhakte Charan Bhakte Mode Kate Prabhu Mahakam Mudem Geetam Bhattam Sara Suke Loke Kamali Viti Mari Papi Gita Jana Kore Chatam Paisam Karsa Sarabami Rabata Gita Prishtam Etcha Pratanate Chatta Tatami Kahatsare Sarite Shiyogi Prate Gopal Gotikam Nara Utam Vachitam Sanjay Vetam Geetam Bhatante Vetta Vetam Bhatante Vatam Sam Tatanam Nashriprate Se Geetam Tasani Geetam Utam Yam Dagam Jolamatam Brahma Geetayam Vidya Brahma Rupishusha Adha Mantram Nakam Nityam Sarvaitam Param Atikam Tanda Krishnam Ratan Samyattimadana Geetam Param Nityam Tattvayantam Jnana Yutam Yattanastam Saparam Nityam Nanusa Jnana Severate Tathayati Param Patam Sampurnam Tathayam Utam Patam Askandam Guru Munirati Tamyakam Samsaha Deva Bhagavan Padam Pansam Gangasaram Nati Parate Saram Asam Utsam Samrugam Baladham Ekam Jnanutam Ekam Pata Bhakti Samyudam Mutta Rudra Bhakti Amrute Gora Bhavite Chitram Atya Param Vayam Chan Yata Param Dharam Sayatandaram Vayam Maram Vayam Vasatam Geetakam Vestam Satyam Pachayatam Dudantaram Ekokam Yatam Naram Chandalokinatam Vetam Ayotandaram Geetakam Maram Mahasutam Geetakam Monya Vidyate Mokam Mokam Geetakam Samyukam Ekam Geetakam Ekam Geetakam Samyukam Mahayokam Ekam Kunta Vishnu Madhite Geetam Vetam Kalvani Ruam Isham Jivanate Parambaram Geetayatam Param Bhuna Kasanatayaram Nansa Geetayatam Yatam Param Geetam Param Vettamayatam Yatam Yatam Ivatasan Vayatam Param Bhavitam Jasan Savam Geetam Etriyam Ektayanam Yatam Samutam Geetayatam Paretam Yatam Yataparam Avalote Garam Geetayatam Mahayukam Geetayatam Paramsam Geetayatam Padrasto Yotamutam Tattaparam Geetaya Param Srimad Gita Samparanam Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 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 Om Indra Lal Ki Jai Om Gita Swargam Gita Dharmita Om Shri Shri Rama Om Shri Shri Rama Om Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. We will repeat the form of inside. We'll do our part of the rituals. As we prepare.
रहते हुए मैं हूँ अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला। 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला।
आए भी अकेला, into this world we have come alone, और जाए भी अकेला, and in a similar manner when we take our exit we shall leave alone. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला. When we do take stock of our lives, we realize that this life is a very short visit to a mela. This is a world of strangers. No one is yours. Although everyone lives, I am still alone. आए भी अकेला और जाए भी अकेला.
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देवा. आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला. 2 दिन की जिंदगी है, 2 दिन का मेला.